I think architecture and art are some of the most important players in dealing with the most complicated problems of our time.
Part of an artist's practice is to imagine a future. Whether you're starting with a blank canvas or a computer screen, those disciplines give us the tools to not only consider a different future, but also to see it come to fruition.
Well, there is a central focus on problem solving. Our students come with ideas about how their work will impact the community or how their work will impact the environment. How can they contribute in a positive way? In our strategic planning, as these ideas emerged, we really had to focus on 3 major initiatives that build on our core foundation of investments in the school: sustainable practice, digital transformation, and the third is really community, both our own St. Louis community and how we participate in the world, and our global connections, both in terms of research and study abroad.
So while all the great planning was going on with Sam Fox, the university itself was doing a broad strategic plan as well. It's clear that those 2 things are operating completely in sync. The Sam Fox plan will help reinforce the university and all of its higher objectives.
The first answer to why we should be engaging sustainability and climate change and the larger built environment is because historically we've been part of that problem. We have an ethical responsibility to be part of creating a better planet, a better world, and we have the skill sets to do that.
When you take something like climate change, it's bringing it down and saying, how can we make something that addresses it, right? And inherent in that, there's a lot of optimism. We're going to think about what it is that we can do, and then we're going to start taking action on that.
We move so quickly through this world, we see things so fast, we create judgments, assumptions, and I think art is that moment where we can pause and think about those problems and think about that awareness. I think all disciplines have to start thinking about sustainability. It's not a decision, it's not a choice, it's a must.
Digital aspects of what we do will continue to change dramatically. With this comes advances in practice. It comes better ability to solve complicated problems in the world.
I am doing user experience design for immersive technologies like virtual reality or augmented realities. Now I have the chance to design not only in the physical world, but also in the virtual world, and that's very exciting for me.
There is often an assumption that digital things are magical things, and that is by no means the case. As we get deeper into working with these things and making these things, we can't simply just be embracing them. We also have to be challenging them at the same time. So there is this sort of balance of a critical and social discourse alongside the excitement of new digital tools.
It's critical that if we want to be educating a generation of creative thinkers and designers and artists of the future, that we need to be using technology as a central point of spurring that thinking.
I think that there's a really powerful tool in handing the pen over and thinking about ways that people can create together, both as artists and architects. And doing it in concert with community members is really important.
The question of community engagement just gets to the core mission of the museum. Who are we here for? What is our purpose? And those are questions that we are, trying to expand outward.
I think art forces us to move out of the bubble that is WashU and brings us closer to people's homes, lived experiences. I think for our students at Sam Fox, they find connections because they get to meet people that have a wealth of historical knowledge that we can't bring into the classroom.
I think we just set up the entire school, the whole proposition, as being a collaborative entity and giving structure to that.
I think complex ideas or trying to solve real-world issues does not take just one way of thinking. I think by virtue of them being complex, they'll require that multidisciplinary approach to them.
What that engagement really does is instill a sense of critical thinking, and that can be applied to any discipline across campus.
Architecture and social work felt disparate. Now I'm in the space, I'm seeing how they are connected and they should be connected. I want to be able to use design as a tool to help bring change to these big issues that we're seeing.
I personally think we're in the best position of any art and design school in the country. We're sitting on the front door of campus with amazing facilities that have been supported by the university's vision to really be an interdisciplinary center.
The students are this incredible creative force. It's like watching a symphony perform when you're in a studio together and everybody's working on this problem collaboratively.
I think everyone needs to embrace being an artist because art is thinking about the world in a creative sense, and we need creativity right now. And so this school's needed in the context of this institution and a wider world.
In my heart, the most exciting thing about this plan is that it's shaping the mind of future leaders, not just for our industry, but in the world. The possibilities are literally limitless here.